beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. One girl, 7 continents and 72 countries. As you can see from the title, I have coronavirus and it feels weird. It's not normal. It's been a while that I've posted anything. It's because I was mentally all over the places. It's cause I've tested positive. Yes, I've tested coronavirus positive along with my husband. So that was the reason that I was not in touch with you all and I was completely off from social media. And as I have been recovering quite well, I can say, that's when I've decided to share my coronavirus experience with you all. Finally, I'm feeling okayish and choosing to share my coronavirus days and what was my experiences, what were the symptoms like and how I managed. And especially a lot of you have asked how exactly I felt, what are the tests and other things I did after I got to know that I'm suffering from coronavirus. And if I can offer a bit of information for the people who are sitting at home and being or feeling anxious, how they could be feeling when they'll be suffering from coronavirus. As you know, it's spreading so fast. And I hope and pray that nobody suffers from this. However, this is not in our hands. So I hope this could be of a great help and this is gonna be worth sharing. So I went to the salon after 3 months and Amit came to pick me up from his work. And he had a little temperature, little body ache and a headache too. As soon as we got home, his temperature started increasing. Fortunately, we have a thermometer at home, so we checked his temperature and his temperature was already 101. And following morning, his temperature rose to 103 already. And then we decided to see our family doctor. We went to the doctor and the doctor advised us to take a typhoid test, a malaria test, and also a corona test for a very obvious reason. So we knew that the lab facilities can be availed at home for malaria or for typhoid. However, this is a good piece of information that COVID test samples can be collected from home as well. As his temperature was quite high, so we decided to call the lab guy at our home. So we ended up getting in touch with the SRN lab, and this guy is really helpful and he comes to your house, he takes the samples and the results are delivered to you between 6 to 8 hours. It can be delivered on your WhatsApp or your email as well. So that's very handy. So for the first time we did Amit's test on the 14th of October and the test result came exactly in 6 hours. Generally it takes even lesser, but let's just keep in mind for 6 to 8 hours. And for the first time the prevailing charges were rupees 1500 and he took 200 to 250 rupees for the home collection charges. As you can see, the reports look like this, and his CT value was 19 at that moment. So CT means cycle threshold, and the lesser it is, the more infectious you are. The higher it is, the less infectious you are. So there have been several studies and several websites about the same, and I tried to check what does the CT value mean. So if your CT value is equal to or less than 29, then you're strongly infectious. Or if it's between 29 to 37, then you're moderately infectious. And if your CT value is over 37, then it means you are less likely to be infectious to other people, but it doesn't mean that you are completely non-infectious. You can still develop more symptoms. That's why after getting a COVID negative test, you're supposed to stay at home and you're supposed to monitor your symptoms for a week, and then you're free to be like a normal person. As you all know that there's no specific medication for this coronavirus. So doctor prescribed him antibiotics and paracetamol for about 650 mg because of high temperature. Furthermore, the doctor advised us for the asymptomatic patients as well for the multivitamins, which primarily contains vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc and other multivitamins. So for us also, along with the antibiotics and paracetamol, these multivitamins were prescribed. Till the time the medicines were doing their magic, he was fine, and right after that his temperature rose to 102, 103 depending on the day for consecutively 12 days, and that was really scary. I was really scared initially, and so I decided to got myself checked on the 17th of October, right after 3 days from his report, and to my surprise my CT value was 22. I was still on the stronger infectious side, however a bit better condition, and I was asymptomatic for a while, and so I had no symptoms, nothing. I was fine, no sore throat, no cold, no running nose, no flu, nothing. So I was like, wow, I'm fine, and I don't think so it's gonna affect me, this virus, at all. My immunity system is quite strong, this and that, and I was boosting about my immunity system like anything. And after 12 days, Amit's temperature was lowering down, and welcome to the corona in my system. Then the symptoms started kicking in with the running nose for 2 days, and to my surprise, within 2 days the running nose stopped. Generally I do get cold quite often, and it takes at least 3 to 4 days to completely make me feel normal, and that wasn't the case in this. And then I lost the smell, I lost the taste, everything, and then the temperature started kicking in me. And if I compare my temperature to Amit's temperature, his temperature literally were between 101 to 103, but for me it was between 99 to 101. So I was still on a better side, and I used to be 24/7 on my bed trying to recover, however feeling very lethargic, sick, sorry to touch and everything. Like the fatigue really kicked in me, and then the temperature was there in my system for almost a week and it didn't lower. It's like when the medicines were doing their magic, it was fine, and then it kicks in again. So that was the case for almost a week for me. And then the moment my temperature started lowering down, I started puking. Whatever I used to intake, be it water, be it any food, because these antibiotics and paracetamols were of 650 mg, so they were quite strong when you're not taking any food. I used to throw up for each and everything which I used to intake in my system for 4 days, and the moment my vomiting stopped, started having diarrhea, then I have to run to the loo literally, and that was not normal. That was like, God, please save me now, this is getting too much. And one more thing I just recalled, that doctor advised us to keep an oximeter at home, like a pulse oximeter, which literally measures the oxygen saturation level in your blood, and you're supposed to measure it like on and off throughout the day. So that was quite handy. You can keep one at your home if you don't have one. As I've been in the bed 24/7 for past 2 weeks, and I've been going through with a lot of emotions. Sometimes I feel happy, sometimes I feel sad, sometimes I feel like crying, literally, because this puts you in that situation where you are just, you don't have a choice. So this is how, and this is what were the symptoms when we were suffering. As you all know that India has rich heritage of home Ayurvedic remedies for such diseases of complication, and in the particularly COVID-19, the Ayurvedic remedies are advised by Ayush Mantralaya, Government of India. I have mentioned the link in the description below, so if you would like to go through on a detailed version, then please feel free to do so. So first and foremost thing, we were only drinking lukewarm water throughout the day, even before we were COVID positive. Not only the lukewarm water, also kada, this life-saving drink. So I'm gonna show you how to make this and what are the most important ingredients in kada. So guys, let's get started with the life-saving drink, which is known as kada, and let's get to the main ingredients. These are excellent immunity booster herbs and spices which has been used to increase your immunity. And one such age-old herb that has been used for its exceptional health promoting properties, which is known as muletti or licorice roots. We were not in a condition to get the licorice roots, so we got this licorice powder from the nearby shop. So to make kala, we're going to take 2 cups of water and we're going to boil it. Then we will add carom seeds. Then we're going to add dark cinnamon, 2 bay leaves, and then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of grated ginger, or you can just ground it and add it. Then we're going to add basil leaves or tulsi. Now we're going to ground black pepper. We're going to take 2 cardamom. We're going to take a couple of cloves and cardamom. We're going to add it here. Then we let it boil for 5 to 10 minutes, and then we're going to add jaggery or honey afterwards. Straining that drink into a cup, we will add just half a tablespoon of licorice roots or muletti. And the drink kala is ready, and this is such a lifesaver. So try to drink this thrice a day, and if you can drink more, that'll be even better, but I'll recommend you to drink at least thrice a day, and this will really boost your immunity system. So you can also add jaggery or honey for the sweetener. Also, you can add a dash of lemon in it. Giloy is also a popular ingredient for kala. However, we couldn't find raw giloy, so we ended up using Dabur Giloy Ghanvati tablets to fulfill the giloy requirements. Next, another magical drink is haldi ka doodh, which is also known as the golden milk. So the only 2 main ingredients in this are milk and turmeric powder. So we're gonna just boil the milk. We're gonna add like 1 tablespoon of turmeric powder in the boiling milk. That's how the golden milk or haldi ka doodh looks like. Try to drink it before you go to bed and let the magic works. Also, doctor advised us to do a betadine gargle and steam inhalation. These are the must thing which you should not skip. If you skip it, then it's gonna prolong the disease. We are a family of 2, so we are isolated in our house with me and my husband. So the real worry was getting the groceries, getting the veggies, getting the provision was a real worry. And I'm really glad that we are living in a digital age, that getting these things at your doorstep is just like this. So we were utilizing the facilities from JioMart and Reliance Fresh, as they do deliver the groceries and veggies at your doorstep, and we were prepaying for these. So to ensure not to get in touch with the other persons, what we used to do, we used to ask the delivery boy to leave the package outside of our door, and as soon as he used to leave from there, we used to collect it. And yeah, that was very easy. Initially we were really worried about it. However, JioMart had helped us a lot during our tough times. We were really disinfecting the surfaces, the furniture and the kitchen top and everything we were touching, and we had allocated ourselves to different rooms, and we were using separate washrooms. We were maintaining social distancing while talking to each other. We were on mask 24/7. Even while talking to each other, we were literally maintaining enough distance. It was only me and him, so we allocated our works according to the condition of our health. So that really helped. And the good part was, initially he was sick for almost 2 weeks, and then when he started recovering so he can help in other work, then I started feeling sick. Unfortunately, then he had to do everything, and that's how we managed together. And the next advice I would give it to you from my personal experience: stay in touch with your doctor constantly, and also measuring your temperature, measuring your oxygen saturation level, like at least every hour, is really advisable from my perspective and from the doctor's perspective too, to analyze your health condition. And also you can update your doctor regularly with with the medications, how you've taken, how many times, and what kind of medications you're taking, which obviously he knows, but still, to be on the safer side, why not? Depending on your health condition, maybe he can change some medications. So that's gonna be another pro tip, I would say. I know this is not a normal situation. I know feels really weird, this feels really scary, this is really tough. You are completely in a different mental state altogether. However, stay positive, guys, stay strong. It takes a lot to say that, but stay strong, stay positive, try to do some meditation if you can, or if your body allows. Talk to your friends, talk to your relatives, stay good, stay healthy. Whatever the tips I can share with you guys, I did already. And if you do have any more tips, and if you do have any suggestion, feel free to comment in the comment section, and I will surely try to spread the word. And also, please don't forget to practice the social distancing, practice the mask wearing, and keep washing your hands, keep sanitizing whatever you can, and that would really save you from this coronavirus. To conclude, I must say coronavirus exists, and this can get really serious. Unfortunately, we fall under the smaller lot of symptomatic cases of coronavirus. However, we didn't have control over it. So after 2 weeks of tough corona days, we decided to get ourselves tested, and we were so hopeful, and we were thinking that we'll be negative this time. However, corona is corona, and we were still tested positive, though the CT value was a bit higher than the first time we got ourselves tested. So this time it was 35 for Amit, and I think 30 for me. So definitely I still had a lot of infectious side in me. So I decided to isolate myself for another week, and then we got ourselves tested just a few days before, and our result came negative, and that was just a sigh of relief. And we were so excited because Diwali is coming up and we wanna celebrate Diwali. So guys, that was it, and that was my experience, that was my story of corona days, and I hope everybody stays safe, and I pray that you all stay corona free. Until then, take care of yourself, guys. Namaste, bye bye.